Theater 5 presents Mr. Jackson Beck in Jailbreak.
You still dawdling out here, honey?
Oh, morning, Sarah.
You better hurry on down to that courthouse, honey. You're spending too much time bird watching to win friends as a fighting sheriff.
Yeah, it's real pretty and cool and peaceful here early mornings.
But you're nearly 2 hours late now, honey.
Courthouse will be hot and ugly, especially with the murder trial closing out. Ugly as sin.
County election coming up. It'll be ugly, too. You don't start minding your business, this big sheriff man of mine's gonna lose his badge. Honey, looks especially bad, you being absent with that trial going.
Yeah. Truth is, I'm not so eager to hear sentence passed on that salesman.
Honey, he's sure to be found guilty, isn't he? Well, honey, isn't he?
In all the years I've been sheriff in this county, I never knew a man to be found innocent during a hot spell. Everybody gets mean here in August.
Tom, honey, what's worrying you so much?
Looks like I'm in deep, deep trouble.
Why? What trouble, honey?
I guess you know what trouble. Everybody's dead certain that salesman's gonna get the first degree.
Well, didn't he kill a man?
But that's not the point, Sarah. You know it isn't. His guilt doesn't matter one way or another to me, except... Well, don't you remember? It'll mean another execution. I know it. I can smell it coming.
He's from another part of the country. He don't even belong here. And this salesman, he comes in here and kills one of our neighbors. He ought to pay, hadn't he?
Sarah, it's me. Me I'm talking about. They're going to want that salesman hung.
But if he's guilty...
But it's me, Sarah. Don't pretend you don't remember the law in this county. It's me, the sheriff, that has to hang that salesman.
No, Tom. Don't get yourself all worked up. Just don't think about it.
You, of all people. My wife. You know how bad it was for me that other time. How bad.
Tom, wait. I don't feel so good, Tom.
Neither do I.
I'm getting one of my splitting headaches, Tom. I'm just going blind with it. Now, you send Doc Murphy out here right away, as soon as you get into town. Send him out here to see me with that new prescription.
All right, Sarah. All right.
And don't you worry yourself sick. Maybe they let that salesman off easy.
Maybe. Let us hope and pray they do. Let us hope and pray.
Order in this court. Now, Mr. Frank Morris, our blue ribbon jury has found you guilty of murder in the first degree. For our past sentence, got anything else you want to say to this court?
What I've been saying, Your Honor, I didn't set out to hurt, let alone kill anybody. Just arguing in that bar, I had a few too many, got to fighting. And this guy's dead. The thing is, I had nothing against him. I didn't know him, never even seen him before. I just got to fight, and it was an accident. So what I mean is, Your Honor, it seems you ought to consider that and not make it first degree.
You didn't know your victim, but all of us here in Lakeville knew him. We knew him well. He was our good neighbor here for 40 years. Still would be if you hadn't driven into our town and murdered him. That's right. Anything else you want to say?
I guess I might as well save my breath.
Yeah, what for? You won't be needing it, Frank.
Order! Well, you're right, Mr. Morris. Too hot for lengthy speeches. Won't make any myself either. Jury says first degree. Wouldn't be proper for me to extend mercy when the jury hasn't recommended any. Therefore, it's my solemn duty to hand you over to the administrations of the county sheriff's office until such time the exact day not yet decided, as you shall be hanged by the neck until dead.
Well, here you are, Frank. Accommodation's a little better here in the city jail. Roomier and cooler, too. This courthouse is old, from before the Civil War. These walls are thick and cool.
The bed's better, too, not so lumpy. Now, listen, he said I was going to hang. He said that. Now, Sheriff, you got to help me.
I want to help you, Frank. I'll do what I can.
I know that. You treated me right.
You got any friends up north you can call in, Frank?
Not that could do me any good, no.
What about money, Frank? You need a good lawyer.
Look, I haven't been making out selling that junk. What I did, my wife took. She's been bleeding me white. I figured it'd do better if I get a few new sales routes opened up down here, but my luck's never been so bad.
Well, Frank, I don't want to see you hang.
I know that. You're a decent guy. I appreciate the way you've treated me, Sheriff.
I'm not going to see you hang, Frank, if I can help it.
You come and eat your supper.
I'm not hungry, Sarah.
You stop moping about that no-good salesman. You'll make yourself sick.
He's got no friends or relatives or money. He doesn't know anybody. He's got no more chance than a blind pup getting drowned in a rain barrel.
Just put it out of your mind for now, honey.
Sarah, Lord Almighty, don't you have any feelings for me at all? Don't you know what a terrible thing this is for me? Don't you have any idea at all?
Of course I do, Tom. But we gotta face facts.
Facts? Fact is that before you know it, it'll be time. I'm supposed to have that trap built all up again. I gotta buy rope, figure things out. The fact is, I gotta take that man out and put a rope around his neck and Sarah, you don't know. You don't have no idea what it was like that other time. I'm not a hangman.
But you're the sheriff.
But I don't have to take a man out and kill him. I don't have to break a man's neck just because I get paid to do it.
You do have to, if you want to be sheriff.
Is that all you think about, all you care about?
If you don't hang that salesman, someone else will. Someone else will be the sheriff.
Sarah, please, listen.
You listen. Election's coming up soon, and if you can't do your job, you'll be out of office and you know it. You don't hang this no-good salesman, and everybody's gonna laugh. Not a one will vote for you, but they'll all laugh.
That's how it is. So that's how it is. Only thing you think about or care about is my being sheriff?
I'm not gonna waste time caring or thinking about it. You're the sheriff, Tom Bender, and that's what you're gonna stay.
Salesman's really acting up, Sheriff. He's throwing a regular fit back there.
Well, Deputy, what if you knew you'd be taken out in just 2 more days and hung?
Well, all the time I've been deputy, I never seen a boy act up like this salesman. All I did was weigh him.
Weigh him?
Well, I've been studying up on hanging. It's complicated. I mean, you got to figure the weight of the guy and then figure out the length of the rope, the drop, according to how heavy the prisoner is. Like, let's see, if you got a heavy guy, you have a shorter drop. A lightweight guy, a longer drop. This is cause
Spare
the weight...
me the details, Deputy.
Well, anyway, I told that salesman you'd be real careful and to do a good, clean, quick job of it. That's when he started throwing catfits.
You'd better have a look back there. Sure are excited and worked up, aren't you?
Well, it's not likely I'll be in on another hanging.
Get away from here, Sheriff. Go away and don't come in here. I don't want to see you or your kind.
Now, Frank, hold on a minute.
Now, you stay away from me, you Judas creep. You're going to help me? You're going to be my friend all the time it's you? You going to hang me?
Well, that's how it is in this county, Frank. It's too poor to hire a professional hangman. Sheriff's supposed to take care of that little chore.
You and that Judd creep back here weighing me out like a Christmas turkey. Gotta have just the right length of rope, he says, so the sheriff can do a quick, clean job. Now get out of here! Get out!
You hung one before, Sheriff, and had a little trouble.
Well, there was some trouble, Judd. Even professionals don't always do it neat.
Well, that's why I've been doing a lot of figuring. I found this library book on hanging. It got this chart in it. Now, it says just what length of rope to use for every pound
You go on and study, Deputy. I'll be moseying along home.
Yeah, but, Sheriff, this is important. You get the drop just right, and you won't have the trouble like last time. I mean, he won't just hang there kicking and...
We now commend thee to a better world of forgiveness and mercy.
What's the matter? What's happened?
Some kind of mistake.
Oh, my. My. He's still kicking. He's trying to climb back up the rope. What'll I do? Help me. What can I do?
Get down there and grab hold of his legs. Pull on him hard. That's right. Add your weight to his and keep holding. Pull harder.
Oh, no. Let me out. Oh.
Tom. You're all right. Now, there now. You're all right now, Tom. Now, just having another one of your bad old dreams.
Sarah, I can't do it. I won't do it. I won't hang that salesman, you hear? I'm going to resign.
Oh, no, you're not. You're up for re-election, and you got to win.
I'm getting out. I never wanted to be a sheriff anyway. I won't hang another one.
Oh, yes, you will, Tom. If you don't, I'll tell everything I know about you to some politicians who'll be glad to hear all I know. And I know plenty. I know about the bribes and the payoffs. I can name dates and names and places, mister.
But I needed more money on account of you. That's why I did those things. You running up debts, wanting more. I had to do it. Now you do that to me?
Just try me. Just try me, mister. You want me shamed and laughed at? You want to destroy my life, all I've worked for? Then I'll ruin you, sure. I sure will. I'll send you to prison for 20 years.
Come to weigh me out again, Sheriff? I lost a few pounds.
I'm going to help you, Frank, like I said. Take these, hide them under your mattress.
What is this?
Hacksaw blades, 6 of them.
I can use these... You mean I can get out?
What the devil do you think they're for?
The bars up there?
That's right. The only bars you can get through before daylight.
Well, I don't know what to say. I don't understand. Why are you doing this? I mean, for me, you take a big risk like this for me. Why? Why?
Because I hung one man already. One too many. It was a few years ago, but I live it over again just about every night. It was bad. So bad I can't tell you how bad. But I can tell you I won't hang another. I won't hang you, Frank.
Why'd you do it the other time?
I was young. I didn't know anything could be that bad. I did it for a woman. My wife. I was just married, and if I didn't do it, I wouldn't be sheriff. And she wanted me to be sheriff, wanted it more than anything in the world. All she cared about was the prestige, being important, being a sheriff's wife, so I did it. But I won't do it anymore. Not for her, not for anybody.
Well, thanks. That's all I can say. Thanks.
I never wanted to be sheriff, Frank. I'd have quit years ago if my wife hadn't held me to it. You see, this isn't my country up here, nor my people. It's Sarah's country. So I had to stay here and be a sheriff. But what I always wanted was a boat. A boat hauling deck cargo over there in the Gulf. That's all I ever wanted, Frank. Maybe it isn't too late.
No, maybe not, but it seems pretty late to me. I better get to work on those bars.
Plenty of time, Frank. Wait till it's good and dark.
Those look like sort of thick bars.
Well, like I said, Frank, this old courthouse was built before the Civil War. Those bars are made out of old-fashioned iron, soft, very soft iron. Those blades will eat through it 90 to nothing. You saw these two through just at the bottom, that's all. Wiggle them a little and they'll drop right out of that upper frame. That plaster's soft as wet sand inside. Then you just drop out and down into those weeds and hightail it to freedom.
Yeah, I'll be glad to get out, but I won't have a chance. I don't have clothes or money. They'll run me down like a dog.
That's all worked out, Frank. You'll get clean away. I'll see to that, all right. Now, listen. You make one mistake, we'll both be in the soup. Now, when you drop out of the window, you'll be facing Elm Street. Now, follow it south to a bridge over Hamilton's Creek. Cross the bridge. Go 100 yards, you'll find my pickup truck on the left side of the road in a grove of willows. Keys will be in it. Drive it straight south 3 miles.
3 miles.
Big white house setting back from the road, and the mailbox out front will have my name on it, Sheriff Tom Bender. You drive on in.
Your house?
Why, sure. You'll hide out there a while till the chase cools off. I'll get you some clothes, a little traveling money, and later I'll have a way of getting you over the state line. Last place anybody around here will look for you will be in the sheriff's house.
Oh, that's right, but what about your wife?
She won't even know you're there, Frank. Not where I'll put you.
Well, okay, maybe my luck's turning.
Just don't get lost or mess up anything. Or they'll have Abe's coon dogs on you before daylight. Now, let's have those directions back now.
All right, well, I go down Elm to the dirt road, and then turn south. I keep going down. Sheriff, it's me, Frank.
Come in, Frank. Glad you made it. Have any trouble?
No.
Didn't run into anyone? Nobody saw
No,
you?
clear all the way, except some pigs got in the road.
Don't move any further, Frank. Just stand right
Oh, where
there.
do I hide, huh?
Just stand right there, Frank.
What's the gun for?
Don't try anything, Frank.
What is this? What are you doing? Who are you calling? Who is that woman? What's she doing lying there?
She's dead, Frank. I killed her, Frank, a few minutes ago. I finally did it. I got rid of her in time to have a few good years of my own.
You killed her?
Yeah. That's Sarah, who wanted to be the sheriff's wife. Hello. State Trooper's office? This is Sheriff Bender over at Lakeville. The wild man murderer broke jail here during the night, and they've had the coon dogs out after him. I just got back to my house. I'm calling from there now. Morris was here waiting for me. He must have known how to find my place and figured to use my wife as a hostage to make his escape. That's right. She put up a fight and he killed her. Yeah, that's right. He killed my wife. But I got him here, got him covered. You better head right straight over here, Lieutenant, and pick him up. He's dangerous to hold on to for long. All right. Hurry it up.
Like I said, you're a Judas creep.
I don't have to hang you, Frank. I'm free now. I'm going to the Gulf and get that boat. Oh, I can feel that breeze coming from way off from the West Indies.
Double-crossing, lying Judas creep.
You're not out anything, Frank. You were going to get hung anyway.
Judge, I wish you'd come over to the jailhouse and talk to that Tom Bender for me.
What's wrong with Bender now, Judd?
Well, he's a pack of trouble, Judge. Acts like he's still the sheriff and me being his deputy, instead of me being the sheriff and him being my prisoner.
Tom troubles me, too, Judd. I almost wished he'd got away with killing Sarah after he planned it so carefully.
Well, he sure came close to getting away with it.
Yep. Setting it up to look like that escaped convict killed her was mighty clever. It was his bad luck that Sarah phoned Doc Murphy that night and made him bring her out a prescription. Doc showed up just in time to see Bender murder his wife. Seems like bad luck. Kind of a shame. Tom Bender was a good friend of mine.
Yeah, mine, too. But now I gotta hang him.
Somebody's got to do it, Judd. You're the sheriff now. If you want to stay sheriff, you got to do the hanging.
I know I gotta do my duty, Judge, and I want to do a right good job. But to have a proper drop, I gotta know just how many pounds of prisoner I got for each foot of rope. And Tom, he just won't cooperate or nothing. He just won't let me weigh him out.
Theater 5 has presented Jailbreak, starring Mr. Jackson Beck. Written by Bryce Walton, directed by Warren Somerville. Featured in the cast, Margaret Hamilton, Bob Reddick, Jack Grimes, and Roger DeKoven. Script editor, Jack C. Wilson. Original music by Alexander Vlastotsenko. Orchestra under the direction of Glenn Osser. Executive producer for Theater 5, Mr. Lee Bowman. We invite your comments. Write to Theater 5, New York 23, New York. That's Theater 5, New York 23, New York. This is Fred Foy speaking. This has been an ABC Radio Network production.